Leaders, as we mentioned, the New York Knicks 31-16, leading the Atlantic against the Chicago Bulls at 40-9, who have the best record overall in the NBA and best road record at 18-7. We take a look at the starting lineups for the Chicago Bulls. It begins up front with Horace Grant.
Horace, always the great rebounder. He only had 2 points against the Knicks in the first game.
On the opposite wing, Scottie Pippen.
Scottie Pippen in the All-Star game really did well for himself. 14 points.
In the middle, Bill Cartwright, who plays Patrick Ewing tough.
Yeah, and he missed the first game. He had a broken left hand the last time these two teams met.
In the backcourt, John Paxson keeps him honest from the outside.
Yeah, Steady John needs 28 points for 5,000 career.
And, of course, Michael Jordan, one of the reasons why this arena is sold out tonight.
That's right. 18 points in the All-Star game. He did just fine.
And the head coach, Bill Jackson, will look at his record. 73.2%. The winning percentage for Phil Jackson. For the New York Knicks, up front, Xavier McDaniel.
Well, the last 7 games, he's shooting 52% from the field. That's really helps them out.
Charles Oakley, the former Bull, on the other side. He will battle Horace.
Now, last night, he had 10 rebounds against Indiana, 6 offensive. He does the job on the board.
In the middle, the All-Star, Patrick Ewing.
Now, Patrick's got a high of 45 points against the Pistons, 21 rebounds against Golden State.
In the backcourt, Mark Jackson having perhaps his best overall season.
Absolutely, Wayne. He's 6th in the NBA, 8.3 assists a game.
And completing it, Gerald Wilkins, an explosive offensive player.
You know, last year he had 21 three-point field goals. Last year he had 9. This year he's got 21 already. He's done a great job.
His first year with the Knicks, his 10th year overall, and he's won over 70% of his games. Pat Riley, the head coach of the Knicks. And we're set to go in New York in the home whites with the orange and blue trim, and the Chicago Bulls solid red with the black and white trim. Last time these two teams got together back in December at Chicago Stadium. The officials, Jake O'Donnell, Ed F. Rush, and Tommy Wood.
Tommy Wood?
Yeah, familiar name.
I saw him in Utah.
So did Michael Jordan. And the opening tip controlled by the Knicks. Playoff atmosphere here in New York as the Knicks and Bulls get together. Jackson sets it up. Pass misdirected by Jordan and picked off by Grant. Here's Paxson. Pippen out at the point. Horace Grant hits Jordan on the weave. A turnaround over Wilkins, no, but a foul.
Well, it's ironic. The first foul Michael gets the first time they play. Tommy Wood calls a foul on Gerald Wilkins. Michael tried to post him up, took the turnaround fadeaway.
So Michael Jordan at the free throw line. 34 points against New Jersey the other night.
He had an interesting comment. He said, let's get the second half of the season. I'm ready to play basketball. That was good news, wasn't it?
Sure was. Nice to know the franchise wants to get it going. Jordan puts the first point of the game on the board. Michael had 18 in the All-Star game. Bulls with some light pressure. Horace Grant was back defending on the inbounds, and Jackson sets it up for the Knicks. Played collegiately here in New York at St. John's. Grew up in Queens. Wilkins to Oakley from the outside. The Bulls will take that shot. They'll give Charles that shot all night. Mark Jackson. Oakley again.
Boy, 2 bangs off the rim.
Here come the Bulls. Jordan on the run. He has all 4 points in the game. Jackson again sets it up for the Knicks. We're just underway. Great to have you with us from Madison Square Garden in New York. Wilkins from the outside and lows. Pippen slaps down the rebound. Scottie Pippen in transition to Paxson. Horace Grant gives right back to Pippen. Grant rolling to the bucket off the fade.
Oakley trying to take the offensive foul on him. We'll see if Bradley takes a 20 here. No, he's just going to call a play. But Horace now has as many points he got in that first game, too.
Mark Jackson gets a screen from Oakley. Paxson right through. Wilkins wants to go inside to the big guy, Ewing. Over Cartwright. Loose ball foul coming up on the New York Knicks.
Charles Oakley
picks it up. He has struggled here in the opening minutes of this game. First on Oakley, second on the team is Riley.
You know, the emergence of Horace Grant coming in after Oakley had the great years, rebounding years for the Bulls, made it possible to trade him for Bill Cartwright, and usually they battle each other pretty good in this game.
Cartwright against Ewing. Cartwright gets the shooter's roll. Bill played a good portion of his career here. Jackson advances across and sets it up over Paxson. Xavier McDaniel. Wilkins on the drive. McDaniel trying to deal baseline, and he traveled. He did.
Boy, I'll tell you, the Bulls are used to playing in situations like this where you've got stars all over the court and it's a playoff atmosphere. But the Knicks look a little.
They look tight, John.
Yeah,
they do. There's a look at the shooting in the early going. We're almost 3 minutes gone by. Pass through the hands of Horace Grant, picked off by Wilkins. Jackson on the run. Now sets it up. Posting up on Paxson. Finds Wilkins underneath. And the Knicks on the board. Took almost 3 minutes for New York to score its first field goal in this game. Bulls leading by 6, and Paxson up and firing. Johnny Pax with his first 2 points of the game. Bulls lead it by 8. Time left in the first quarter, right-hand corner. Patrick Ewing bumps into Bill Cartwright, and they'll score the field goal. The foul called before the shot attempt. Foul is on Cartwright. It is his first on the team. Will send Patrick Ewing to the line. Phil Jackson on the Bulls bench. I should say the non-shooting affair on the foul. The Knicks inbound. That only the first team foul, as I mentioned, on the Chicago Bulls. X on the drive. Ewing. Pippen made him readjust the shot. Jackson finds McDaniel. And the Bulls' lead has been sliced to 6. Horace Grant from the outside.
Bulls have not missed.
4 for Horace Grant. Chicago lead is 8. 8 minutes straight up to go in the quarter. Knicks work the perimeter. McDaniel looking for room. Pippen got a piece of it. Jordan takes it out of the air. Jordan on the move. Right to Pippen. Pippen lost the handle on it. Ewing picks up. Mark Jackson. Jackson on the drive. And the Knicks are back to within 6. Paxson picked up tight by Jackson. Pippen to Grant off the screen by Cartwright. Ewing helped out. Horace on the follow. He has 6. Almost 5 minutes gone by in the first quarter. McDaniel, nice move. Chicago lead again is 6. Scottie Pippen out high. Gets the step past McDaniel. Ewing the rebound. Mark Jackson. Jackson sets up the play. 6:35 to go in the quarter. Jackson.
Beautiful pick and roll. A great screen set by McDaniel. It shook Paxson off him, and Mark Jackson nailed it.
Chicago lead is 4. Pippen double team momentarily. Horace Grant takes it from the outside. He has 8 points. Big first quarter for Horace Grant. Just about halfway through this first quarter. Sellout crowd on hand here at Madison Square Garden, where the Knicks are 18-5. Xavier McDaniel off the glass, and Pippen retrieves. Scottie on the move. Paxson in rhythm from the outside. Paxson with his second from the field. He has 4.
Spacing. The Bulls know where to go. Pax just fills the lane in the corner, and you got a timeout.
Timeout, New York. 5:43 left to go. And this is the first quarter. The Bulls off to a strong start, leading it by 8.
genuine draft. For those who've discovered its real draft taste, the world is a very cool place.
Of the 344 cars and trucks sold in America, import or domestic, these are the top 10 best sellers. And of these top 10, only one dealer can offer you 5 of them. Your local Ford dealer. From the #1 selling small car and truck in America, Ford Escort and Ford Ranger, to the #1 selling vehicle in the world, Ford F-Series. From America's sport utility leader, Ford Explorer, to its design leader, Ford Taurus. With half of the top 10 best selling vehicles in America available at your local Ford dealer. Shouldn't you think Ford first?
So many meetings, constant revisions, work never ending, deadlines, decisions, but one to one, we're all connected.
In business, the most effective people are never far from their phones, because staying connected helps build relationships that build business, any business.
We're all connected.
To stay on top, stay in touch.
On February 22nd, the Bulls take on the Minnesota Timberwolves. Coca-Cola Youth Jersey Night. First 5,000 kids 14 and under receive a Bulls Youth Jersey compliments of Coca-Cola.
Horace Grant, 4 for 4 from the field. 4 for 5, misses the shot, takes it and puts it back in. He's in a race for the field goal percentage lead with Buck Williams of Portland.
Horace ranking second in field goal shooting. There's a look at the numbers for these two teams. 8 of 10 for the Bulls. Grant on the block of Ewing. Scotty has to save it and ran out of real estate to the baseline. There's only so much room. What is it, 94 feet, John?
94, yeah. Well, I'll tell you what.
Bulls needed 95.
They had 2 guys come after for the block, and they give him a full 24. Let's see what happens. Jake O'Donnell says we may change that a little bit.
Phil was up lightly debating his point. Phil Jackson spent the major portion of his career here in New York, 11 years with the Knicks.
We got a cameraman here that was covering the Albany Patroons when Phil was the coach down there, and he says, I was a witness. He threw a chair across the floor. I said, you mean he's the Bobby Knight of Albany?
The Bobby Knight of the CBA. You're kidding.
Not our guy. It must have been somebody else.
Yeah.
So they go 5 seconds on the clock. They set it back down.
Apparently, yeah, Phil won his point because they were reloading it to 24. Jake O'Donnell's got it straightened out. 5 seconds for the Knicks now in this inbound. Wilkins. Grant got a piece of it from behind. Jackson manufactures a shot and Hicks tips it in. McDaniel has 6.
What a play by Mark Jackson to get it up against the glass and the iron.
Cartwright picked up by Oakley. Pippen off the glass. Scotty's first 2 points of the night. Bulls by 8, coming up on 5 minutes left to go, first quarter. McDaniel.
He made that initial bump into Scottie Pippen and stepped back and got the field goal.
McDaniel had 13 last night at Indiana. He has 8 already in this game. Michael Jordan. Gerald Wilkins on the run for the Knicks, 3-on-3. Wilkins to Jackson. Dropped to the baseline, stolen away by Scottie Pippen. They're trying to hit Oakley. Here's Jordan. Now you see it, now you don't. It packs it for the outside again.
Yeah.
6 for Pax. Pax it out 3 of 3 from the field. Wilkins from deep. Wilkins gets it back at the baseline. They reset the offense. New shot clock. Pat Riley up at the top of your screen directing traffic. McDaniel wants to go to the big guy Ewing. Now they look inside for Wilkins. Has it out of here by Grant.
Oh, the Bulls top on the interior.
4 blocks, I believe, for the Bulls in this first quarter alone. Just under 4 minutes to go, first quarter. Grant to Pippen. Scotty on the block. Ewing rejected on a play that belonged to the Bulls.
Pretty good move by Ewing.
10 to go on the shot clock now.
I'm going to give you something. Ewing is the leader in block shots for the Knicks. Who's second when we come back? Good play. Oh, we got a timeout. We'll give you some time to think about that.
Patrick Ewing rejecting Scottie Pippen, and that's how we reach the break with 3:34 to go in this first quarter, and the Bulls up by 8.
We interrupt these peak performances to remind you to keep your edge with a smooth, refreshing taste of Sharps. And now, back to the action. Sharps from Miller, the breakthrough non-alcoholic brew with great beer taste.
The high school action is hot in Chicagoland, and nobody delivers it better than Preps Plus in the Chicago Tribune. Every Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, Preps Plus serves up the games, the players, and the plays that mean the most to you. High school's greatest hits, scores, and a way to keep track of the local sports scene. So dive into full color coverage and get in the game. The high school game with Preps Plus, only in the Trib. For home delivery, call 1-800-TRIBUNE.
Evidently, some people have money to burn. Why else would they pay an outrageous fee to carry a simple credit card when they could carry the Discover card, the card that charges no annual fee, yet pays cash back on every charge, which means it puts money into your pocket instead of burning a hole in it. It pays to Discover.
February 26th, the Bulls battle the Washington Bullets. Miller Lite Mini Bowl Limp Night. First 10,000 fans 21 and older will receive a Bulls Mini Bowl Limp. Compliments of Miller Lite.
I talked about the all-time shot blocker of the Knicks is Patrick Ewing, but the guy in second place?
Willis?
No, the guy that's playing against him.
Bill Cartwright. Horace Grant down low. 10 points now for Horace Grant. Saw the Bulls with the edge on the boards here tonight. Jackson out front. Final 4 minutes. Ewing with 7 to go on the shot clock, connects from the outside.
Well, Mason and Starks, the two guys we talked about, give this team a lift in the ballgame now.
Starks guarding Jordan. Cartwright finds Grant inside, blocked by Mason, but a foul. Anthony Mason picks up his first, only the third on the team.
Good play. They go in the Bill Cartwright with the ball. Bill looks for the cutters where he finds Horace underneath. Horace always active. He gets hit from the back. You take another look at it. He looks around. Where are they? Where are the cutters? Here comes Horace. Boom.
Horace Grant at the line gets a pair. He has 10 points in this first quarter.
Oh, not over yet. Yeah, there it is. It's over now.
Not quite. He's at 27 double-doubles this year. Double-figure points, double-figure rebounds. 19 points and 8 of 10 from the field the other night against Jersey with 8 rebounds and 3 assists. Horace with 11. Strong first quarter for Horace Grant. That's fueled the Bulls into a 9-point advantage. Jackson around a screen by Mason. Ewing in the lane. Ducked inside on Cartwright. Rebound Mason inside. He loses the handle on it. Knocked out of bounds, and it will be Chicago ball.
Bulls' interior defense has been good. They've got a couple that they put back in the paint, but first game the Bulls had 8 blocked shots. Knicks had 4, and that was all. They were all by Ewing.
Jackson finds Jordan. 10 to go on the shot clock. Pippen on the drive is tied up by McDaniel in the foul. Xavier McDaniel picks it up, his first, his 4th on the team.
Michael boxed in. Pax just swings it around. Scotty down the lane with the left hand up, and he'll shoot 2. You know, I'm looking at these numbers. Xavier McDaniel 32, Charles Oakley 34, Ewing 33, Mark Jackson 13. You got to have a 3 in your number to start. And I look at Gerald Wilkins, he's 21, but 2 and 1 is 3.
If you're right.
It was at Tilden anyway. Scotty misses the first free throw, and Bill Cartwright sits down. Into the game comes big Will Perdue. Also, BJ in the backcourt.
Missing the second is Pippen, but Purdue rebounds, and the Bulls reload. Pippen.
Oh, somebody on the wrist that looked like.
No foul. It'll belong to New York.
Oh, Scotty way up in for the slam. A lot of bodies crashing around in there. Take a look and see what happens. Is anybody? Looks like he got bumped a little bit.
I think so. Starks trying to feed down low, and Jordan denies the interior pass to Jackson.
And it's a foul.
Foul coming up on Michael Jordan. No, they're going to charge it. B.J. Armstrong picks up the foul. His first, second on the team. Let's pause for station identification.
This is WGN-TV Chicago, America's #1 sports station.
Patrick Ewing on the hook. He's now 2 of 4, 2 of 6 from the field. Ewing with 4 points. Under 2 minutes to go in this first quarter. Armstrong feeds Horace Grant, lost the handle. McDaniel to Starks, running the floor. Missed the slam. On the follow, it's Jackson. Chicago lead has been sliced to 6. MJ. A great move on the drive. He's got a foul coming up on Patrick.
Now, we've seen that one before in the playoffs. Michael Jordan takes it down in, then steps back out again like to get a little bit of a running start. Went flying on in, and a year ago he stuffed over the top of Patrick on that, but this time we'll have to settle for the free throw line. Michael started the game with the first 4 points. He's been a little quiet. Bulls have been off the mark at the free throw line. Scotty missed the last 2. MJ misses this one. Horace has split a pair.
Bulls are now 1 of 5 at the foul line at the moment. Make that.
Scotty made a great block on that play that Starks went down to stuff.
Bulls trapping. Pippen reaches in and gets called for the foul.
So 1 minute to go. It's the second foul in the last 2 minutes, or it's the 6th foul.
Foul on Scottie Pippen is his first.
This is their first trip to the free throw line. That foul by B.J. Armstrong, of course, was the first foul in the last 2 minutes.
And that's why the Knicks are at the line, because really the Bulls only have 3 fouls team-wise, but 2 in the last 2 minutes of the game, first quarter, I should say. Starks at the line with his second. So the Knicks are back to within 5, under a minute now left to go. First quarter. Armstrong out front. Jackson picks him up defensively. Gets a screen from Will Perdue. 10 to go on the shot clock. Grant the turnaround. Over Ewing. Horace has had a splendid first quarter with 13 points.
6 out of 7 from the field.
Mark Jackson.
Offensive foul. Starks ran across. He said a real moving screen. That might be on him. It is.
Starks picks it up. His first. Bill Jackson patrolling the sidelines. There's Pat Riley. 2 coaches who have had outstanding seasons thus far. So 16 to go on the shot clock. Time left of the quarter. Right-hand screen. Wide open from Jordan. Scotty snuck over to the baseline, and Michael found him. No shot clock now for the Knicks. Time winding down first quarter. Bulls have rebuilt the 9-point lead.
Starks will be the outlet man for 3.
Jackson on the drive. Dishes back to Ewing, who has to chase it down. Time winding down. Patrick on the bailout. Off the glass. Purdue back taps the rebound to Grant as the period comes to a close. End of 1 quarter at Madison Square Garden. Scottie Pippen denies the slam on the breakaway, and the Bulls have a 9-point advantage.
Even the healthiest babies have a little upset tummy or diarrhea once in a while. But diarrhea can be dangerous. It can rob your baby of fluids and minerals that must be replaced. If they're not replaced, your baby can get very sick, even die. But there is a remedy. You can buy oral electrolyte solutions in the grocery or drugstore to help replace these fluids and minerals. Be sure to ask your doctor and write to this address for more information.
It happens every morning in London and Paris, just as the city starts to stir. In Munich, Manchester, Zurich, and Brussels, just as the business day begins. In Glasgow, Stockholm, Frankfurt, and Milan, as the new day arrives, so do we. American Airlines, with more non-stops from Chicago to Europe than any other airline. And beginning June 8th, we'll arrive non-stop in Berlin. So fly the one airline with more non-stops from Chicago to Europe than anyone. American Airlines. Something special to Europe.
Let us turn our attention to the dynasty in progress, that is, the Bulls. The Bulls. We have the Ming dynasty on the run, my friend.
That's right. We're not just talking repeat or three-peat. We're talking a minimum 8-peat.
The Bulls are going to have so many championship banners, they're going to have to build a third balcony on the stadium.
That's right. As a taxpayer, that concerns me.
Such is the burden when your team is the Bulls.
The Bulls.
Wednesday, February 26th, it's Miller Lite Mini Blimp Night. Be there.
New York's hottest couple, Marla Maples, on the left of your screen. What you got, a French fry there? And Donald Trump. Hammer is alongside Trump on the other side.
Oh, Gordon Gekko's here. Michael Douglas.
Michael Douglas.
You know, you take a quick look at Pat Riley on the bench without the glasses, they look a lot alike, don't they?
Yeah, I can see Michael Douglas playing the Pat Riley role when the Riley story goes to cinema.
Yeah, Gordon Riley.
Yeah. McDonald's donates $50 to charitables when any Bull slam dunks during tonight's game. Will Perdue off the mark. Xavier McDaniel the rebound. Take a look at the numbers of the first quarter. Bulls off sharp from the field. Mason to Greg Anthony, the rookie out of UNLV. Anthony Mason. Rebound back tap to chase down by B.J. Armstrong. Just underway, second quarter. Perdue on the roll.
Get in there, Will.
Scored and a foul.
That was one of the first roll-arounds on his shot that I can remember Will getting a break on. He made a great move. So many times he gives the ball off to the cutter. He steps up left, puts it up in, and I think that was Anthony, wasn't it, with that foul?
Anthony Mason.
Yeah.
Second on Anthony Mason, first on the team. Will Perdue at the free throw line. Bulls have struggled a bit from the line in this first half. Greg Anthony, the rookie point guard. Starks had 21 last night. He has 4 so far tonight. Chicago lead is 9. Grant had it tipped away from behind by Starks. Now Starks on the other end feeds Mason.
These are the two guys that can really get him going.
They have ignited the Knicks this season. Perdue up high. Pippen to Will Perdue. Perdue again. Back tap by Ewing. Anthony. Nicely done.
Well, all three of their guys off the bench have stepped forward to make a nice layup.
And they have scored all 6 of the New York points in this second quarter. The Knicks are back to within 5. Pippen directing Perdue. Gets a screen from Horace Grant. B.J. from downtown for 3.
Yes, sir.
First tray of the game. Bulls back on top by 8. Ewing inside on Perdue. Some contact made in the foul. Will Perdue picks up his first on the team in the second quarter. Charles Oakley checks back on for the New York Knicks. Xavier McDaniels sits down. .950 left to go, first half. Nick ball. Greg Anthony sets it up for the New Yorkers. Gets a screen from Oakley. Left it short, woefully short, but Oakley is there. Starks from downtown for three. Rebound, Ewing.
Boy, Ewing came right over the top. Will says, hey, got to keep him off there, but it's a strong man's game. Ewing was the strongest that trip.
6-point Chicago lead. Armstrong off the screen by Perdue. Scottie Pippen. Hodges from the outside for three.
So the two guards now have each hit a 3-point field goal on their first attempts. BJ and Haji.
3 minutes gone by, second quarter. Bulls by 9. The lead has been fluctuating from 6 to 9 points here in this opening half, much of the way. Patrick Ewing looking to deal on Will Perdue. Leans in, no call. Ewing connects. He has a... I guess the all-star in his own building, John, right?
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Hodges out front. Will Perdue at the high post. Ewing right with him. Tipped away by Starks. Hodges recovers to Perdue. 7 to go. 6 on the shot clock. Down to 5. Will Perdue manufactures a shot but travels on the way. Kiki Vandeweghe up off the New York bench, checking on. Vandeweghe into the lineup. Patrick Ewing gets a break. And Jordan back on for the New York Knicks, or for the Chicago Bulls.
Should be moving him over to that team.
Starks on the move. The ball tipped out of bounds by Hodges as he tried to hit Anthony on the wing. There is Patrick Ewing. Ewing had 10 points on 4 of 7 and 4 rebounds at the All-Star game in Orlando on Sunday. Vandeweghe on the inbounds. Greg Anthony out front. Anthony manufactures a shot over Hodges. Anthony follows. Rebound knocked out of bounds, and let's see, is it going to be New York ball? Going to belong to Chicago.
Came off his knee is what Eddie Rush said.
Just under 8 minutes left to go. First half, Horace Grant. Armstrong makes it a 9-point Chicago lead. Greg Anthony, Kiki Vandeweghe. Mason on the fadeaway over Grant. Anthony Mason, known more as a rebounder than a scorer, has 4 points in the second quarter for the Knicks. Hodges bears watching the three-point line. Perdue against Vandeweghe. Nice move on the rolling hook by Will Perdue. He has 4. 5 minutes gone by. Second quarter. Mason against Grant. Knocked away, but a foul. Horace Grant picks it up. It is his first timeout called by the Chicago Bulls. 6:54 left to go in the first half, and the Bulls maintain the 9-point advantage.
Jim Miller Jr. in dress.
Oh, my dear, I gotta get out.
Miller Genuine Draft and Rod Stewart, taking the country by storm.
I'll take the special.
I'll take the special.
I'll take the special.
And you should too. The monthly specials at True Value hardware stores. Like this low-temperature mini glue gun for just $2.99. It operates cooler for safer gluing. And in February, it's just $2.99 while supplies last. That's just one of the terrific specials at True Value. The neighborhood hardware stores with national chain store buying power.
I'll take the special.
Here's what's on tap on Channel 9. News break at halftime. Rich King takes a look back at the All-Star weekend and, of course, the highlights and stats. Wayne Larrivee with Johnny Redker. Our producer-director is Arnie Harris, assisted by Joe Corneo. Madison Square Garden in New York, where the Bulls have led pretty much throughout. And New York has had the lead on the boards after the Bulls got off to a snappy start. What did they get? 7 of the first 8 rebounds.
Right.
New York has done the job since.
Well, Anthony Mason will shoot 2 free throws, and when we get a chance, we see Stacey King and Scott Williams come in. Scott grabbed me just before we went in the air. He says, do me a favor, will you give my boys congratulations in North Carolina for that win over Duke? So, guys, if you're listening, Scotty says he's still watching, and so is the guy just one spot over on the free throw line, MJ. Still keep track of what happens there.
Anthony Mason 1 out of 2, and Scott Williams the rebound. B.J. Armstrong sets it up. Here's Craig Hodges, guarded by Vandeweghe. Armstrong on the drive. Over Mason. Scott Williams back taps it to Starks. On the run for the Knicks to Mason.
Runs the floor well. Gets out his 7th point of this quarter.
He has an upper body by Michelin and legs by the Rockettes. Anthony Mason. Williams in close, had it partially deflected, and Mason comes up with it. Boy, they get big production out of Mason, and Starks off the bench. Vandeweghe for 3. Williams the rebound of the Bulls. Reset the offense. 6 minutes gone by. Second quarter, and the Bulls leading 43-37. Armstrong gets the step. Nice feed to King. Blocked by Starks and a foul. They're going to call Starks or Greg Anthony on it. Jake O'Donnell pointed at Greg Anthony. Let's see.
Well, B.J. breaks down a defense. He throws the ball over on the side to King. King comes in.
They're calling it on Greg Anthony. First on Anthony, second on the team. Stacey King at the free throw line.
Stacey got 23 points the first time these teams met at Chicago. He started for Bill Cartwright, who was out with that broken hand. He did a good job.
Stacey was 8 of 12 that night, 7 of 7 from the free throw line, and he makes a pair here. Bulls with some pressure in the backcourt off the made free throws. Mason picked up by Scott Williams. That's a good physical matchup. Anthony drops behind the back, double team by MJ and Scott Williams. Knicks get it across in a hurry, and the kick by Hodges.
They reset the clock. They give them all kinds of problems, but now they'll get it out in front of their own bench with 24, 5:37 to play here. Bulls 45-37 over the Knicks. Second meeting of the year between the two. First time here in the Garden for the Bulls.
First of a home and home. They'll play Saturday night in Chicago, and you'll see that game on Channel 9. Mason backing in. Scott Williams claims the board, and the pass off the mark to B.J. Armstrong. It will be Nick Ball. Talking about our next game, don't forget that bullseye comes up at 7 o'clock, 7:30 game time from Chicago Stadium. Chicago leading the dubious turnover category in this first half. Bulls have shot very well from the field, John, and that's been their saving grace. On the drive, Starks. Offensive foul. Good call by Jake O'Donnell as Starks pleads his case in emphatic
fashion. There's a T. Yeah, he played it. He comes in, and if they show the replay here, he definitely comes in, puts the left arm out, and we're sitting on the other end. You can really see it. There's a good shot coming right in. Here he comes in to Scott Williams. There it is. Get out of the way. He plated the case and got the T, and MJ will shoot that.
Michael Jordan, 5 points.
Michael hasn't taken his shot since he's come back in here. All right, we'll see the technical being called. There it is. Jake says because of a little tantrum he had on the floor. So Gerald Wilkins comes back in for Kiki Vandeweghe. You know, Riley saw King, and the only time that these two teams, that he's the coach, he saw him in the center position. He has not seen Cartwright against the Bull live, right? But Phil has that advantage. There's a trip on Anthony. He would have let it go if he regained himself, but when you go down, so Anthony gets the foul.
Second on Anthony, fourth on the team. Phil Jackson likes that call.
Phil says, give me the triangle.
Jordan on the inbound. Stacey King deals to Williams. Nicely done.
Yes, sir. Both benches playing really well here this quarter.
Bulls lead it by 11. Baseline away from the ball. Offensive foul on Wilkins.
You can't set the screen down on the out of bounds. And he said that Gerald Wilkins came down and really clobbered his man trying to get free. His second foul, an offensive foul.
Gerald Wilkins picks it up. Pat Riley doesn't like the way things are going right now. He's got his big man up off the bench. Patrick Ewing coming back on. Riley's team trailing 48-37. Bulls on top. Ewing is back on. Bill Cartwright about to come back on for Chicago. Let's see if they allow the substitution now.
Yeah, how did Ewing get? He didn't.
He didn't. No, they're not going to let either one of them in yet.
Right. Boy, the Bulls saw this for so many years. When Michael would go to the bench, the team would just go into a fold. The other team would press, but they've handled themselves very well here. And now, when Ewing goes to the bench, he sees what happens.
Scott Williams, Bulls laboring in this half-court offensive sequence. 8 to go on the shot clock. Jordan back to the basket against Gerald Wilkins. Mason had it tipped away from behind, loose on the floor, picked up by Mason. Mason running the floor. Good feed, Wilkins. Oh, credit Anthony Mason for digging it out, advancing, and then hitting his teammate Gerald Wilkins for the reverse.
Hopefully comes in and just puts a little mugging on Williams.
4 minutes to go in the half. Jordan pulls up. Scott Williams batting away at it. Anthony couldn't control. It'll belong to Chicago. Now the big men come back on. Cartwright for Chicago. Ewing for New York. Oakley leaves.
Pippen also back. John Paxson coming in. BJ will leave.
Scott Williams has a seat on the bench. He did an excellent job at his tour of duty in the second quarter. 2 points, but really worked the boards. 3 rebounds for Scott Williams. Bulls on the attack. Cartwright posting up on Ewing. King and Cartwright now in the game at the same time up front. Pippen penetrating.
Yes, Scotty.
7 for Pippen. This is Anthony. Knicks are trailing by 11. 3-pointer by Starks. Cartwright, good position on the rebound, John.
Ball was down and in, too, wasn't it?
Oh, it was 3/4 of the way through.
Yeah.
Coming up on 3 minutes left to go in the half. Jordan lost Wilkins for a moment.
Oh, Bill rolls to the corner. He's going to drop the pass to him.
Michael had a no-look pass going on the play, and now Starks on the drive. No basket. Foul coming up. Starks will go to the line for 2.
Michael Jordan on the foul.
Timeout Chicago as Jordan picks up his first foul. 3rd on the team. Phil Jackson and company will talk it over, leading by 11.
1, 2, 3, 4.
He's the Curly of the 90s, the King Kong of comedy, the wild and woolly Bull.
Commence lip lock. I think we've been shaving this a little too close.
Follow me, kids.
Bull and Night Court, weeknights at 10 on Channel 9.
Of the 344 cars and trucks sold in America, import or domestic, 5 of the top 10 best sellers are Fords. That's right, 5 are Fords, proving that Ford leads the way with high-quality cars like the all-new Escort sedan, America's best-selling small car. Buy now and you can get low 2.9% financing for 48 months. That's right, 2.9 financing or savings up to $1,500. And every Escort comes with a 3-year bumper-to-bumper warranty. With 5 of the top 10 best sellers, see your local Ford dealer today.
The high school action is hot in Chicagoland, and nobody delivers it better than Preps Plus in the Chicago Tribune. Every Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, Preps Plus serves up the games, the plays, and the plays that mean the most to you. High school's greatest hits, scores, and a way to keep track of the local sports scene. So dive into full-color coverage and get in the game. The high school game with Preps Plus, only in the Trib. For home delivery, call 1-800-TRIBUNE.
Play the Nestle Chicago Bulls sweepstakes for a chance to win Chicago Bulls prizes. The prizes include an all-expenses-paid trip to a Bulls first-round playoff game on the road, tickets to see the Bulls at home, and Bulls yearbooks. See the in-store displays at your local grocery stores to enter and for further details. Wayne Larrabee with John Redker, our producer-director Arnie Harris. John Starks at the free throw line on the foul. Michael Jordan prior to the timeout.
Starks makes the free throw. They've made 4 out of 5.
Mark Jackson back into the lineup in place of Greg Anthony for the Knicks. 3:05 left to go. First half. Starks with a pair. Has 6 points in the game. Chicago lead is 9. Michael Jordan hacks it at the point. Bulls not showing a lot of movement at the moment. Now Jordan gets the step to the baseline. On the reverse. 8 for Michael Jordan. Jackson right back to Starks.
Got Scotty. That's not really a mismatch when a guard's got Scotty defending him.
Patrick Ewing. Mason the rebound. It's a tough night inside tonight. Mason Ewing crashing the boards for the Knicks. Mason on the fade. Nicely done. Good touch. 9 points for Mason, all of which have come in the second quarter.
Boy, he has learned one thing, really, to go in and make the contact, and as soon as you feel it, just a little bounce away, and he gets that shot up.
Jordan on Starks. Ewing commits the foul on the help out.
But look at Michael Jordan's last basket, not this one. He goes underneath the basket, shows the one side, reverses off the glass. Now here's the foul. He takes it on in, shows Ewing the ball, pulls it away, draws the foul.
Patrick Ewing picks up the foul. It is his second. Nothing but cord at the line for Michael Jordan, who now has 9 points.
Never forget the day, the opening game of the season when Doug Collins was the had 9 points at halftime. Everybody say, what's so special about this guy? At the end of the game, he had 5-0.
He had 41 of the second half?
Yes.
Xavier McDaniel is back on for the New York Knicks. Michael has 10 here. Bulls again lead it by 11. Under 2 minutes to go, first half. Glad to have you with us from Madison Square Garden in New York. First of a home and home between the Knicks and the Bulls. Ewing trying to go cross court. Mason took it out of the net.
Yeah, it hit the net. It slowed it right down. So Mason with another hoop.
He has 11. Pippen. Oh, what a move.
Yes. Giant step. I'll tell you, Scottie Pippen, a genuine superstar. A lot of people don't realize it because they talk about Michael so much, but he has got the moves.
I like that. Genuine.
Yes.
70 seconds to go, first half. 10 to go on the shot clock. Ewing.
Great pass underneath. A bullet pass. Mason, they haven't given him any respect, and he's got 13 this quarter.
And the Knicks trail by 9. Under a minute to go. Second quarter. Pippen gives it up to Paxson. Plenty of time left on the shot clock. Jordan slipping loose. The slam. Grant is there. Blocked by Mason. Starks on the run. Xavier McDaniel. Pippen the rebound.
They just don't know how to finish it, do they?
Jordan driving baseline. This time he completes it.
The Knicks just don't know how to finish it. Great defensive plays, and they can't come up with a score on the other end. They'll learn.
17 to go on the shot clock. About a 3-second differential. Shot clock to game clock. Jackson with 8 to go on the shot clock. Ewing with 5 to go. Knocked out of bounds. It'll belong to the Knicks. 5 to go on the shot clock. 8.9 remaining in the quarter. 8.9 seconds.
One thing you don't want to give him is 3.
The inbounds to Jackson, posting up inside on the reverse.
He had Paxson right underneath. They used a dummy play, and he got the deuce.
Time winding down in the quarter. Paxson for 3.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Paxson's in the locker room already.
What a way for the Bulls to end a very solid, to say the least, first half of play. At the end of one half complete, it is Chicago 61, New York 49.
Anthony has been the guy, so we'll see. He's going to come out with Oakley here, but we'll see how quick he may have to go if Oakley sort of stammers and stutters around here a little bit of what will happen.
Well, Oakley's role has changed dramatically this season, John. I mean, he was the third leading rebounder of the NBA last year, 12.1 per game, however, averaging 11.2 points per ball game, and he's been averaging in double figures much of the season this year as well as last year and in his career. But his role now is to do some of the dirty work down low that it takes to get a W on the board. There's a look at Charles Oakley on the right side, number 34, standing next to Patrick Ewing and joined by Michael Jordan. It'll be Chicago basketball. The Bulls leading by 12 as we begin the third period of play. And we're underway. Full house on hand, nearly 20,000 here at Madison Square Garden in New York. Paxson to Pippen. Johnny Pax beats Jordan, denied by Wilkins. Picked off by Xavier McDaniel. To Wilkins, back to McDaniel, denied by Grant, knocked out of bounds. A lot of quick hands out there on both sides. It'll belong to New York. Horace Grant hustling back on defense to break it up. Off the inbounds, Wilkins. X right through his hands on the feed from Patrick Ewing. Just underway in this third period. Scottie Pippen, Jordan out at the point. Guarded by Gerald Wilkins on the weave to Paxson. Cartwright looking backdoor first.
Scottie had him beat.
Michael Jordan on the fade. Air ball through the hands of McDaniel. Picked up by Horace Grant. Clears to Jordan. As time winds down to that shot clock. Rebound back tapped. Oakley on the run. Plays it ahead. Wilkins. 6 for Gerald Wilkins. A minute into the third period. 10-point Chicago lead. Grant back to the basket on Oakley. Cartwright tied up by Ewing. Nearly lost it. 4 to go on the shot clock. Got to get it off. Needs a bailout on the force.
Oh, yes. They all got their hands on their heads. Oh, God, I didn't think he had enough room to get it off.
I didn't either. Wilkins left unattended. Gerald Wilkins has all 4 New York points in this third quarter.
Well, the Bulls had struggled for good shots. MJ had to beat the clock on his shot, and Scottie had to beat it.
I don't think there's any question, John, the Knicks have stepped up the defensive intensity in this second half. Pippen on the turn with a force over McDaniel. Rebound to Oakley. Here's the lead. Wilkins, head of the field. Gerald Wilkins on the twisting slam, and a timeout called by Bill Jackson of the Bulls. The 12-point lead has been sliced to 8.
I'll take the special.
I'll take the special.
I'll take the special.
And you should too. The monthly specials at True Value Hardware stores. Like the Master Electrician rechargeable lantern for just $8.99. It recharges right in the outlet. And in February, it's just $8.99 while supplies last. That's just one of the terrific specials at True Value. The neighborhood hardware stores with national chain store buying power.
I'll take the special.
Of the 344 cars and trucks sold in America, import or domestic, 5 of the top 10 best sellers are Fords. Like the all-new Ford Taurus, built right here in Chicago at one of the most efficient plants in the world. Taurus is also the only car in its class offering driver and passenger side airbags. And right now, you can save up to $1,200 on a new Taurus. Or choose low 7.9% financing. Your Ford dealer also has special lease rates available. With 5 of the top 10 best sellers in America. See your local Ford dealer today.
If you're using a credit card to get a cash advance, you're probably getting soaked. Because ordinary cards charge you interest. Right from day one, which is why you should use the Discover card. Just pay your full monthly balance and a small transaction fee, and we'll give you cash, interest-free. So you can avoid taking a bath. It pays to Discover.
Knicks play tough defense, as evidenced in that graphic right there. Jordan inside on Wilkins. Michael with 14. Bulls back on top by 10. And 9.5 minutes to go in the third. Wilkins on the drive. Grant claims the board. Scottie Pippen. Grant to Cartwright, contested by Ewing. Grant back to Bill. It will be New York ball.
Bill lost the ball, but he had a little help, I thought. But here they come. Watch out, down, Horace.
The lead for Ewing denied by Grant, knocked out of bounds. Horace hustling back.
Cartwright comes in. He got a bump.
Oh, God. Oakley got him across the elbow, didn't he?
Comes Will Perdue in the game for Bill.
Will Perdue steps on. Bill Cartwright gets a break.
Will has played well. He's the Bulls' best rebounder, really, if you talk about minutes, rebounds per minute. Not a lot of them, but his production is excellent.
I believe he averages about a rebound every 3 minutes, which is the best rebounding percentage on the team. Rebounds per minute. Ewing draws the foul on Will Perdue. Second on Will Perdue. First on the team.
Watch the pass go down in. He makes that move to the baseline on the right hand. So these two guys have done a pretty good job to give Patrick Ewing only 8 points in the first half.
Knicks are not a good free throw shooting team. They're only 72% as a team from the free throw line. And this is an area that Pat Riley will be concerned about as we head into the spring months and the playoffs. Ewing 1 out of 2 has 9 points in the game. Under 9 minutes to go, Oakley contests the pass to Oakley or to Horace Grant and knocks it out of bounds. Boy, everything, John, every pass, every dribble seems to be contested in this quarter by the Knicks. Whether it's out on the floor or in the lane. Paxson does shake loose, wide open.
Oh, boy, Johnny Paxson. He hasn't missed yet. 5 for 5.
11 points for Paxson.
Of course, how do you get to be 11 and 5 for 5? You hit the three-pointer just before the horn goes off at halftime.
Jackson looking inside. 10 to go on the shot clock. Patrick Ewing back to Jackson on the drive of the floater. Jackson gets it back. Will Perdue the rebound. Michael Jordan, the feed. Scottie Pippen drops for Horace Grant.
Yes.
15 for Grant. 4 minutes gone by now in this third quarter. Bulls leading it by 13. Jackson to Ewing. Double team by Grant. Jackson has it knocked away. It will be New York ball.
Here comes Mason. We talked about this. They may have to go with Mason quick to get some scoring and rebounding. So the Oak Tree leaves with
Oakley 0 for 2 from the field, 3 rebounds, no points in the game. Xavier McDaniel on the inbounds. They try to go to Jackson, overplayed by Paxson to the foul.
They got a basket in the first half on that play. Underneath, a little bit stronger Mark Jackson over John Paxson. He picks up the foul. It's only the second team foul on the Bulls.
7:54 left to go. Third quarter. McDaniel stopped by Grant, taken away by Grant. Pippen to Jordan. Picked up on a switch by Mason. Takes him to the lane, and a foul coming up.
Somebody looking for a jump ball, but it's not to be.
Foul is on Mason. His third, first on the team.
He got him across the arm. We couldn't see the reach in, but Mason did catch him across the arm. That's a good one in your living room to watch. There it is. Oh.
Michael Jordan with 14 points, make it 15. Missed the Phoenix game due to a suspension for bumping Tommy Woods, who's one of the officials here tonight. Second upcoming by Jordan. 16 for MJ. Horace Grant was here on the inbounds, and the Knicks, Mark Jackson advances. Wilkins driving baseline. Mason can't control in time. Lost it at the baseline. Chicago basketball.
Starks comes in for McDaniel.
So the Knicks now with Jackson and Starks at the guard. And they move Wilkins up front with Mason and Ewing. Very quick lineup on the floor.
McDaniel can't guard Scotty. So they put in Gerald Wilkins, who's a guard. They try to get the...
MJ off the mark, Ewing the rebound. You like the matchups better that way. Starks. John Starks now with 8 points. Starks and Mason have combined for 21 points off the New York bench. 21 between them. Michael Jordan. 10 to go on the shot clock. Horace Grant on the block against Anthony Mason. Ewing, the rebound, and the lightning quick outlet. Wilkins on the drive, and a foul. Fouls on Paxson. Second on Paxson, third on the team.
Here he comes on in. Paxson already made the foul. Scotty wiped it out afterwards. So Wilkins to the line.
Gerald Wilkins with 6 in the third quarter, 10 in the game. He had just 2 points on 1 of 6 from the field last night in Indianapolis. Well, the Knicks are just 1 out of 3 now from the foul line in this third quarter. Seven in the quarter, 11 in the game for Gerald Wilkins. Chicago lead is 12.
Knicks really haven't made their charge. Normally they make a real good charge at you.
Michael Jordan, nice feed. Grant draws the foul on Jackson. Got Jackson up in the air. First on Mark Jackson, second on the team.
Bullet pass by MJ, up for the jump shot. No, he finds Horace. Horace waits till he hears all the commotion around him. You just know it's coming when you're that open. You make a fake and you just hear 1, 2, 3. So Horace Grant, who split a pair of free throws in the first quarter, back to the line to shoot 2 here.
15 for Horace Grant. Will Perdue leaves, and Bill Cartwright reports back on for Chicago. 6:13 left to go in the third. Horace just 1 out of 3 at the line here tonight. 16 for Grant. Chicago leading by 13. Jackson guarded by Paxson. Patrick Ewing picked up by Grant. Grant got a piece of it. Recovered at the baseline by the Knicks. Wilkins. Jackson out front, 5 to go on the shot clock. Jackson on the drive, tried to dish to Ewing, knocked out of bounds by Pippen. Knicks have 2 seconds on the shot clock. It'll be New York basketball, I believe.
Yeah, Scotty said he let it go. He ran out. He thought they hit it. But watch this play. Twice they've given it to Mark Jackson under the basket.
Ewing slapped away by Scottie Pippen. The shot clock expires. Let's pause for station identification.
This is WGN-TV Chicago, America's #1 sports station.
Johnny Pack sets it up to Scottie Pippen. Horace Grant flashing the lane. Bill Cartwright with 10 to go on the shot clock. Backs in. And it's stripped away, and a foul coming up.
Anthony Mason got caught on the switch.
That would be his third on the team.
Here comes Bill bouncing in, a little body bump to him, but then he gets him across the hand. The body bump they allow.
Shots coming up as they gave Bill credit for going to the bucket on that play. Cartwright a quiet night offensively with 3 points. By Shoot for the Loop, the Illinois Lottery's basketball instant game. Stop by participating 7-Eleven stores for details on the Shoot for the Loop rebound sweepstakes. You could win Bulls tickets, $1,000 and more. Cartwright completes a pair at the line. Now has 4 points. Chicago leading 74-59. Knicks set it up. Wilkins. Jackson posting up on Pax, helped by Pippen. Wilkins on the drive. Gerald Wilkins, 13 points, 9 of which have come in this third period. This is Pippen. Cartwright at the high post, back to Pippen. Scotty had it tipped away from behind by Gerald Wilkins, and it will be Chicago basketball. Knicks tried to influence Jake O'Donnell, but he is much too experienced for
that. You know what I saw, and you don't really see too often? I saw both of these teams go to halftime without using their timeout. their mini timeout.
Yeah. Jordan on the fade. Mason claims the board. Knicks on the run. Jackson trying to feed it to Mason off the mark. Turnover New York. It'll belong to Chicago. Bulls leading by 13, and Pat Riley now getting a bit antsy on the New York sideline. Jordan gets by Starks, feeds Grant. Horace not expecting it. 10 to go on the shot clock. Cartwright goes to work.
Watch it, Bill. Little time. 3 seconds. Got to be.
Yep.
3 weeks maybe. couldn't get rid of that ball to get it out.
You get 2 seconds in there, you don't get 3. As Phil Jackson looks on in a rather pensive move. Timeout. New York. So Phil Jackson and company will take the opportunity to talk it over. 4:23 left to go in the third, and the Bulls play on the lead.
Hi, I'm Donald O'Connor, chairman of this year's National VA Salute to Hospitalized Veterans. I've enjoyed many roles over the years, stage, TV, Hollywood musicals. I've even co-starred with The Talking Mule. But no role was as important to me than my service in the U.S. Army Air Corps during World War II. Now behind me is a VA medical center. Here, veterans who served our country from World War I to Desert Storm receive hospital care. Here you'll find neighborhood volunteers, people just like you, donating a couple of hours a week. And here we see volunteers helping veterans with pet therapy. And these children are visiting older veterans. Volunteers also help hospitalized veterans enjoy a wide variety of sports. Join me as a volunteer. Call your local VA Medical Center. It's a role I think you'll enjoy.
Marv, you're incredible. Thanks a million.
Hey, thank you for the thank you.
You did a great job. And you made it look so easy.
Oh, come on. When you're working with people you like, it is easy.
I'll tell the others. Thanks for calling.
What a great call.
Using your phone to say thanks builds relationships, and relationships build business. Any business.
Oh, I just thought I'd call.
To stay on top, stay in touch.
I just wanted to say thanks.
Bulls fans, Miller Genuine Draft presents the 4th annual Shoot the Bull 3-on-3 Classic, brought to you by the Chicago Tribune and Coca-Cola, coming July 25th and 26th to Chicago's Grant Park. Look for application in the Friday and Sunday Chicago Tribune. There's a division for you. Call 312-943-5800 for more info. The numbers from the field in this third quarter as the Knicks resume offensively, trailing 74-61. Jackson's pass to Ewing denied by Pippen, and a foul on Scotty.
Scotty was behind. He tried to use the move where you don't feel the body behind you, lean over the shoulder to take the steal. He danced aside, got the foul.
Gerald Wilkins picked up by Pippen. Wilkins left it short. Pippen to Jordan, and the Bulls resume, leading by 13. Under 4 minutes to go, third quarter. Jordan off a screen by Pippen. Scotty claims the rebound. Rebound Wilkins. This is Starks. Gerald Wilkins, Mark Jackson out high. Starks from downtown. Grant the rebound.
Well, Michael Jordan 1 for 6 this quarter. A lot of long-range things.
Cartwright working hard against Ewing. Traveling on Bill Cartwright.
Bill having a tough time offensively when he gets the ball. Ewing's going to stay in. They take Gerald Wilkins out, bring Oaktree back in.
3 minutes straight up to go, third quarter. Bulls are leading by 13, 74-61. Jackson gets a screen from Ewing. Starks pops open on the other side. Rebound claimed by Cartwright. Oakley went down hard. Pippen back the other way. Paxson from the outside. Tip by Grant. 18 for Horace. 15-point lead. Horace.
Was that his first miss?
Yeah, that was Paxson's first miss. Horace Grant is 8 of 11 from the field. Through the hands of Oakley. Picked off by Scottie Pippen. Pippen on the penetration, had it stripped away, knocked out of bounds. It's going to belong to Chicago.
Greg Anthony in.
Anthony, the rookie, back into the lineup for the Knicks. Scotty in flight. Went up without the ball, thanks to Anthony Mason stripping it loose. Michael Jordan. Whoa! What a move. Almost got it to fall.
Is that Oaktree?
Sure is.
Michael drives, gets the bump, throws it back, almost catches the glass to go. Look at the one hand. He just picked that off the tray. The grapes. Here it comes in. Whoa, yes. MJ2. He's been quiet from the field. And quiet from the free throw line.
Michael 4 of 12 from the field.
Yeah, he's 1 of 6 in this half.
Second upcoming for Michael. 17 for Jordan in this ball game thus far. Almost 3 minutes complete. Coming up on 2 minutes left to go in the quarter.
Very quiet crowd here in the Garden.
Usually are when the Knicks are down by this many. 16-point Chicago lead. 2 minutes left to go, third quarter. Ewing.
Boy, he made a basket in traffic that time. His first hoop of the second half. 11.
Patrick 5 of 11 from the floor. Scottie Pippen backs off on the dribble. Under 2 minutes to go, third quarter. Pippen, B.J. Armstrong, score it.
Boy, the guards just run to the right spot. Pippen and Michael break down the defense, and the guards knocking them in.
The lead again, 16. Tough pass for Ewing to handle from Starks. Ewing now facing Cartwright. Illegal defense called against Chicago.
Scotty was hiding way down in that lane. He left his man. He loves it if he's got an oak tree because he doesn't have to worry about the outside. But once the shot goes up, Oakley gets it at board very quickly.
Illegal defense, warning on the first one, and they reload the shot clock. The next one will be a technical foul. Anthony, nice move to the baseline, and a push coming up on B.J. Armstrong. Second on B.J. Team is over the limit.
Cliff Livingston comes in for Scottie Pippen with 1:13 to go. Pip leaves the game with 10.
Cliff in for the first time tonight, John.
Yes.
Greg Anthony at the free throw line. He has struggled from the field, has Anthony, in his rookie season, shooting 36% from the field. From the free throw line, much better, obviously. Still would like to shoot a little better than 73% from the free throw line. But Anthony's defense, that's been the key for him and Pat Riley's operation.
Down to 60 seconds here in this quarter.
10 to go on the shot clock now. Cliff Livingston across the lane. And a foul coming up, I believe. Yep.
Yeah.
He was going to be on Ewing. Must be for a push as Livingston made his move. I didn't see it, to be honest with you.
Well, I thought News might have taken itsy-bitsy steps, but I can understand why if we didn't see. Let's take a look. He cuts across the lane, gets the ball, and yeah. Oh, yes, most definitely.
Well, we were screened on this end as Livingston misses his first free throw, but on that replay from that angle, there was no question. We're sitting side court on the other side. Livingston 1 out of 2 at the line. Bulls lead it by 15. Time winding down. About a 10-second differential. Shot clock to game clock. Mason in close and a foul coming up here. Livingston trying to help out.
Clip on the foul, I believe.
His first. Oh, they call it on Horace.
Okay.
Mason will head to the free throw line. He had 13 points, all of which came in the second quarter. 8 points, 8 rebounds last night. Was 6 of 10 from the free throw stripe last night.
I don't like that free throw shot. Snap of the wrist. You got to be he just lets it snap up there.
A look at his work thus far tonight. Yeah, you're right. He does have an unorthodox snap at the wrist on that free throw. Final minute of play. 17 to go on the shot clock. Jordan against Starks. Starks all over him. Cartwright gets the step down the lane.
Yes, Bill.
A foul. Yes, and it counts.
They were so busy worrying about Michael. Bill has been a very quiet man. Sitting on the right-hand side when Michael drives the lane. He drives it, gives it to Cartwright. He steps underneath, makes the basket, draws the foul. Was that Anthony Mason in that foul, too?
I believe it was Anthony Mason on the foul.
But the Bulls wanted to get a 2-for-1. They should get the ball back.
They call it. Check that. They called it on Starks reaching in.
He was in the lane. Patrick was in the lane. Bill has got that little cranky motion at the top where he stops. And you'd think that Ewing would have seen that enough. So Bill's going to get a chance. See if he can capitalize here. Bill, he's got 2 free throws in the game. Nope.
Missed them both. Ewing claims the board. About a 4-second differential. Shot clock to game clock now. This is Greg Anthony. Starks with 3 to go. 2 to go on the shot clock. Oakley partially blocked by Horace Grant as time expires on the shot clock. So 3.5 to go on the game clock. 3.5 left to go in this third quarter.
They want Michael down in the end. Do you think they can throw the... Well, they got to put Hodge in the corner, too, on this play. They had a reset.
I thought there was a 4-second differential there, John, and there was a little bit more than that. In fact, 4.7 is what they've reset the shot clock to.
Michael down alone with Starks. This could be a match if he throws the ball. There it is.
Michael, time winding down.
Oh, and he got the shot they
Mason
wanted.
the rebound as time expires in the third quarter. End of 3 complete. The New York Knicks have just 66 points through 3 quarters. A heck of a job defensively by the Bulls, and they have the lead.
We're going for a ride in the car. Hey, mama, mama. Hey, daddy, daddy. Buckle me into my safety seat. My safety seat. Watching the world from my safety seat as we go for a ride in the car, car, car. When we want to go near or far, 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 we'll be safe when we ride in the car.
It's it, and that's that.
It's it and that's that.
Nothing beats it. You want the bar across the street.
Like the great beer that's less filling. It's everything you want a beer to be.
How does your Toyota dealer stack up? Any deal they can make, we can make better.
Can we deliver? Yes, we can.
A lot of trucks.
Yes, we can.
Big savings.
Yes, we can.
Great deal.
Yes, we can.
Now's the time to get your best deal on the best-selling import truck with the quality Middle America ones, immediate delivery, and the year's biggest savings. No. Yes. Yes? Yes. Say yes to the year's biggest deals.
Can we deliver?
See your Toyota dealer today and find out.
Yes, we can.
The high school action is hot in Chicagoland, and nobody delivers it better than Preps Plus in the Chicago Tribune. Every Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, Preps Plus serves up the games, the players, and the plays that mean the most to you. High school's greatest hits, scores, and a way to keep track of the local sports scene. So dive into full color coverage and get in the game. The high school game with Preps Plus, only in the Trib. For home delivery, call 1-800-TRIBUNE.
The famous hands of Marla Maples. Now, that ring, John, you give those away every night at Red Curves, don't you?
There's the ring. Most people are trying to get an NBA ring, but she got
a bigger ring than any NBA ring I've seen.
You got that big time.
Marla Maples, Donald Trump, and to the right of your screen there, you saw the hammer. Start of the fourth period of play.
Craig stays in for MJ.
Bulls leading 82-66. Ewing. They will need a big quarter. Ewing to get back into it, will the Knicks, and Cartwright commits the foul. His second and the first on the team here in the fourth quarter.
He's in the middle, gets the bump. Ball comes out of the iron, but he already committed the foul.
11 for Patrick Ewing thus far tonight has been held in check. He had 35 last night and 13 rebounds. Patrick 1 of 3 now at the foul line. Well, both teams have shot kind of so-so from the free throw line tonight. Ewing with 12. Take a look at the third quarter numbers. It was a low-scoring third period. Bulls won it 21-17 in the point area. Pippen. 11 and a half left to go in the game. We're just underway in the fourth. 5 to go on the shot clock. BJ for 3.
Oh, yeah, his second. The Bulls 4 for 4 from there.
14 for, make that 10 for BJ Armstrong. Mason backing in. Anthony starts from three-point range, and he hits it from downtown.
They get one right back, and that's what they were looking for. That's their first tray of the game.
Cartwright gets the step on Ewing and travels. Bill got a little deep at the baseline and tried to hold up and traveled as he did. The numbers by quarter. Kiki Vandeweghe is back into the lineup now for the New York Knicks. Vandeweghe replacing Charles Oakley. 1 thing this New York team needs is some consistent shooting from the outside to spread the floor. Starks on the penetration.
Yeah, Starks has given him some real tough play in the fourth quarter. Haji for three. Oh, 2, 3,
Score 2. 5 for Hodges.
Boy, the long-range game of Hodges, John Paxson, and B.J. Armstrong has been dynamite tonight.
Band away. 10 to go on the shot clock. Mason in close, had it blocked. Ewing picks up with 6 to go on the clock. Rebound deflected loose and taken by Cartwright off the floor. Here come the Bulls. B.J. Armstrong.
Craig is all alone. Rookie doesn't know to guard him. You better watch out. There's
Hodges from downtown. Greg Anthony the rebound. Starks. Beats Mason. Is the foul offensive? I believe it is. Livingston had position.
Cliff is great at that. He jumped right in his arms. Cliff just cuddled him like a babe, laid him on the floor. Watch his play. Here come the arms. Yes! Thank you. Beautiful work. My man is good news.
I've got Starks for 4 personal fouls. They go backdoor. Armstrong on the drive. Good work from Pippen. BJ with 12. Timeout, New York. 9:27 left to go in the game, and this one getting away from Pat Riley and company. Bulls by 17.
Even the healthiest babies have a little upset tummy or diarrhea once in a while. But diarrhea can be dangerous. It can rob your baby of fluids and minerals that must be replaced. If they're not replaced, your baby can get very sick, even die. But there is a remedy. You can buy oral electrolyte solutions in the grocery or drugstore to help replace these fluids and minerals. Be sure to ask your doctor and write to this address for more information.
That you will always have a friend here at Carver High. Congratulations.
Decide what you're going to do after graduation, Michael.
Yep, I'm going to go home and make a sandwich.
Well
then, Michael. Hey, how you doing, Mr. Congratulations. I'm fine. Listen, what are you doing after graduation? I don't know. I think about going home and brushing the teeth and combing the hair. Hey, what's up? We made it.
Hey, I couldn't have gotten through physics without you.
Yeah, well, you're on your own at college.
It's not fair.
That's all right. I'm going to get a job, you know, start working, I'm saved, and I'll be in college in another year or 2.
So, what do you have planned, Mike?
I think I'm going to go home and make a sandwich. Okay.
Support the United Negro College Fund. A mind is a terrible thing to waste.
A revealing stat as you try to gauge the prospects of the New York Knicks at playoff time. They are 1 under 500 against teams at break even or better.
All right, let's see what Riley said at the timeout. They like to score coming right out. They set up a play. They go to big.
Patrick Ewing. And he scores. 14 for Ewing, the go-to guy in the New York offense. No question.
They may be going to him a little bit more the rest of this quarter.
Armstrong guarded by Starks. Cartwright. Pippen. Livingston pries it loose. Plenty of time on the shot clock. Armstrong one-on-one against Starks. Livingston left unattended, driving baseline.
Yeah, offensive foul. He couldn't decide whether to take the jump shot, and Greg Anthony stepped right in.
Second personal foul on Cliff Livingston. Off the bench, the Knicks have held a hefty advantage thanks to the second period by Anthony Mason.
You know, they normally get a lot of production, but you see that production of the Bulls have stayed right with them.
Ewing left it short, and Cartwright retrieves. Hodges for 3. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. His second three-pointer of the game. He has 8 points.
The premier guard, Jordan, it breaks him down in the defense, and most of the time, but the other guys have been outstanding. B.J. Armstrong and Paxson. Now Craig Hodges with his second three. Craig filled in for Michael in that game in Phoenix, had 21.
Bend away for three. They're going to need a bushel full of those from Kiki Vandeweghe. Bulls still lead at 92-77. Livingston on the post. 10 to go on the shot clock. Hodges. BJ. Hodges for three. Anthony knocked it out of bounds. And apparently it is going to be New York ball. Last touch by the Bulls. So 3-point field goal shooting. Bulls a very good job of it tonight.
Mark Jackson back in for Greg Anthony to run the offense. MJ waiting at the desk. We got just about 7 minutes and 5 seconds here in this last quarter.
Bulls leading 92-77. On the drive, it won't go for Starks. Mason the rebound. Got a push coming up on B.J. Armstrong. His third. Second on the team. Jordan in. Hodges leaves. Livingston leaves. And Horace Grant is back on for Chicago. Under 7 minutes to go in the game. Bulls leading it by 15. Starks for three. Cartwright the board. Knicks are 18-5 at home. Scotty Pippen from B.J. Armstrong. Well done.
Beautifully done. Scotty just running the court wide, went up over the rim, and B.J. put a bullet up there. That is the tough part of the play. It's not catching it and slamming if you've got that ability.
It's putting the ball on the
right where the guy can catch it in gear.
Kiki Vandeweghe blocked out of bounds by Horace Grant.
Let's take a look at it going down. BJ spots him. Let's go with two-hand on the run, and there it is. Scotty cleans it up. 8 seconds to go here.
Starks. Horace Grant the board. BJ on the run. Now takes it back out. Knicks hustle back so well on defense. Horace Grant over Patrick Ewing. Bill Cartwright is fouled by Kiki Vandeweghe.
A little rush on the shot for Horace as he was challenged on a play by Patrick Ewing. Big Bill went on up. So Bill missed 2 free throws. He's only going to shoot 1 last time. He missed the free throw, and Ewing stepped in the lane, and he missed the second one. So 2 free throws for Bill this trip. Now, let me just mention something. A good friend of mine, Danny Bizone, put the 24-second clock is in Syracuse. And if it wasn't for a 24-second clock, we'd have never seen Wilt Chamberlain's 100-point game, Michael Jordan's play, these guys that can really score, because other teams would have the ball, Wayne, hold it, stall it. You'd never see that. So my hat off to a good friend of mine, Danny Bizone. Big Bill ranks up 2 off the iron.
He's taking the collar. He's 0 for his last 4 at the line.
Well, he only gets... They step in the lane, so they take the 1 away. Brian Quinnett comes in now, another long 3-range shooter.
Starks beats Mason. Cartwright the board. Bulls continue to lead it. 94-77, a 17-point advantage for the Bulls. Interior feed to Horace Grant denied by Mason at the baseline. Good hustle by Mason. Bulls will put it in play.
Cartwright leaves, and big Will Perdue trots on in.
Will Perdue with 4 points. Done a good job off the boards. Jordan contested by Starks. 5 to go on the shot clock now. Scottie Pippen, 3 to go.
Does he?
Pippen lets it go on the bailout. Horace Grant claims the rebound as they reload the shot clock. BJ had a notion for 3. Gets right by Jackson on the drop.
Get in there! Get in there! Yes, sir! BJ took it into the Valley of the Giants. He was setting up for 3. He was setting up for 3. He couldn't quite get control. He jumps in. Boom. They swing at him. He makes the basket. So with 5:12 left here, BJ a chance to make this a 20-point lead for the Bulls.
Anthony Mason picks up the foul, his fourth. Armstrong 6 of 7 from the field. Puts in on the three-point play. He has 15 now in the game. And the Chicago lead is 20. Biggest lead of the night. Coming up on 5 minutes left to go in the game. The Knicks have not gotten started. They haven't put together a run at all in this game. Jackson connects from the outside. He has 10.
Yeah, it's tough to get in a 5-minute game with the world champions and give them a 20-point spot.
Especially the way this world championship team plays defense. This has been a very solid performance by the Bulls for the most part here tonight, to say the least. Jordan, good move. Will Perdue trying to climb the board, loses to Starks. Oh, he got it. Horace Grant tipped it away from behind, and MJ chases down.
Good hustle. Michael hasn't had a field goal, one field goal in this half for his last 8 shots.
And yet the Bulls are winning by 20.
Oh, yeah.
Now, there was a day, John, when they'd be losing by 20 if that was the case with Jordan. Perdue on the drive is fouled. I believe Quinnett coming over. Ewing was also there. Patrick Ewing gets called for the foul as he moved in. His fourth personal.
He goes to the bench with 4:13 to go. So another job, good job by Will Perdue comes down the lane. Another good job by Will Perdue and Big Bill Cartwright on Ewing.
I want to remind you, on February 22nd, the Bulls take on the T-Wolves. It's Coca-Cola Youth Jersey Night. First 5,000 kids, 14 and under, get a Bulls Youth Jersey, compliments of Coca-Cola.
14 points for Patrick Ewing. Remember, they did play last night in Indiana, and Will drains both of his free throws.
Knicks won 111-104, and Indiana dominated the boards 48-39. And they've held the rebounding edge in this game, but the Bulls have shot very well from the field. Oakley out front. Here's Jackson. Gets a screen from Mason. Williams picks up Jackson on the switch. Now back to Mason. Blocked by Perdue. Oakley retrieves. Jackson can't haul it in. Jordan does. Lead B.J. Armstrong. 17 for B.J. 101-79. Chicago timeout. New York. 3:44 left to go. High fives all around for the Bulls, who are winning going away.
Yeah, I've seen all the things on TV. Don't drink and drive, don't do drugs, so what? They're not talking to me. I mean, I only party with my friends on the weekends. It's not like I do it all the time. I mean, it's not like I'm hooked or anything. I don't do drugs enough that they'll hurt me. I got it under control. 'Cause, like, the way I do drugs, that won't kill me, right?
Ford trucks, the best never ends.
When we made the best-built, best-selling Ford full-size pickup more stylish, we also made it a more comfortable place for people. Why did we make Explorer so spacious? Because that's what people need. Ford redefined the word truck. But we didn't forget who made us number one.
More people are driving the best-built, best-selling American trucks than ever before.
Come on, let me show you where it's at. Come on, let me show you where it's at. Come on, let me show you where it's at. Come Miller Lite, it tastes that bad. Come on.
Miller Lite is the great beer that's less filling.
Come on.
It's everything you want a beer to be.
Come on, let me show you where it's at. Come on, Miller Lite, it tastes that bad. Come on.
Bulls have reached the century mark, and take a look at where they stand record-wise when Chicago gets 100 points or more a game. Knicks resume offensively. Trailing big, 101-79. Starks. Oh, manufactured quite a shot there on the reverse flip. Armstrong chases it down. B.J. Quinnett climbs the board.
Bobby Hansen in now for Michael Jordan.
Mason Quinnett for three. Oakley the rebound, quickly to Jackson. On the hook. Rebound saved by Mason, and apparently on the save attempt he stepped out of bounds. Here's a look at the Bulls bench. Michael in the middle, Scotty on the left side of your screen, and on the right side of your screen was Horace Grant. The leading numbers in the game. Grant had that big first period of play. Williams connecting. Scott Williams with 4 now. 103-79 Chicago. Jackson. Nicely done. The Knicks will be at Chicago Stadium Saturday night. This is the first of the home and home. New York tonight, Chicago on Saturday night. We'll have that game for you on Channel 9. Bullseye at 7 o'clock. Williams on the drive. Got a foul coming up. This copyrighted telecast presented by authority of the Chicago Bulls may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form without the express written consent of the Chicago Bulls. Foul on Brian Quinnett. First foul on Quinnett. 2 shots at the line for Scott Williams. That was the 4th team foul on New York. Williams missing on the first. February 26th, the Bulls battle the Bullets. It's Miller Lite Mini Bull-Imp Night. First 10,000 fans 21 and older will receive a Bulls Mini Bull-Imp. Compliments of Miller Lite. Okay. Williams missing a pair. Greg Anthony the rebound. Coming up on 2 minutes left to go in the game. Been an impressive victory for the Bulls here tonight. Quinnett off the mark, fanned away down low, in traffic. No, but a foul. I'll make that McCormick. Tim McCormick on the shot. He will go to the line.
They got this guy to back up Patrick Ewing, and Patrick's got an awful lot of time. McCormick hasn't been able to be the guy that does it. He misses the free throw, and Kennard Winchester checks in the game.
Stacey King picks up his first personal foul. That precipitates the free throws by McCormick, and he misses a pair. Both teams have emptied the benches. Yes. 2 minutes left to go in the game. Hodges out front. Picked up by Winchester. Anthony overplaying, almost had the steal. Hodges for three. No. McCormick the rebound. They had hoped that McCormick could come in here and give the Knicks a lift in the middle when Ewing sits on the bench, or at least hold his own. The knee problems have forced him to the bench more often than not. McCormick posting up on Stacey King. King rejects it. Clean block by King. Here's BJ. Hodges back to Armstrong, tipped out of bounds by Anthony. It'll belong to Chicago. Minute 24 left to go. Bulls leading 103-81. Stacey King the turnaround. A brick. Mason takes off the floor. Mason of McCormick denied by King. Triggers it loose, and Armstrong picks it up. The lead for King.
Nice play by Stacey King again, throwing the pass. B.J. Armstrong.
Hey, he started it, only fitting he should finish it. Under a minute to go now. Pass intended for Winchester, knocked out of bounds. Scott Williams got a piece of it. Play the Nestle Chicago Bulls sweepstakes for a chance to win Bulls prizes. Prizes include all expenses paid trip to a Bulls first-round playoff game on the road. Winchester off the mark. Williams the rebound. Tickets to see the Bulls at home and Bulls yearbooks. See the in-store displays at your local grocery stores to enter and to get further details. Williams pushed down low, and he will go to the line.
Anthony Mason cranked him on the wrist. That's his fifth. 2 free throws by Scott Williams, who missed a pair. He missed a pair. They went down and missed a pair by McCormick, and now Scott, you've got to stop that nonsense. Thank you.
Williams with 5 points here tonight. 19,763 in attendance at Madison Square Garden. 9th sellout of the season for the Knicks. They used to sell them all. Anthony lost it off his knee.
No, I guess they're not going to. They're going to keep it down in this end.
I thought you were exactly correct. Apparently not. Gwinnett on the inbounds to Winchester. Final 30 seconds now. McCormick in close. About a 1.5 second differential. Shot clock to game clock. McCormick with a good play on King triggered it loose. Greg Anthony. Gwinnett takes it to the hole. Final 10 seconds. Williams to finish it out. Rejected by Gwinnett as time winds down in this one. An impressive performance for former New York Knicks Phil Jackson's Chicago Bulls as they come into New York and sweep away the Knicks 106-85 with the second game of the home-and-home coming up Saturday night in Chicago. We'll be back.